People often say Europe had queens, China didn't, so Europe must have been more progressive. That sounds reasonable, it's also wrong, because many European kingdoms did not allow women to inherit the throne, and in others when they did, it was usually a sign of crisis, not progress. Part 1. Female rulers were rare in Europe. In medieval Europe, female succession was generally forbidden. Many kingdoms followed the Salic law, which explicitly banned women from inheriting the crown. France, the German states, and in fact the whole Holy Roman Empire all rejected female rulers by principle. Queens appeared only when the system broke down. Part 2. Queens were emergency solutions, not design. When England produced queens like Mary I or Elizabeth I, it wasn't because women suddenly gained equal rights. It was because there were no surviving male heirs. The same was true in Spain. Allowing a queen was often the least bad option to avoid civil war or foreign takeover. Female rule in Europe was not planned, it was tolerated. Part 3. China rarely faced the same crisis. Imperial China operated under a very different logic. The emperor was never limited to a single marriage. The imperial family was large, with many sons, brothers, cousins, and nephews. Succession could move sideways within the male line without breaking legitimacy. If one branch ended, another could replace it. The system was built for continuity. Part 4. Why female rule was structurally impossible in China. The key difference was not biology, it was ideology. In China, imperial power was inseparable from a patriarchal family order. The emperor was not just a ruler, he was the symbolic father of the state. Allowing a woman to rule would have destabilized the entire moral hierarchy. So the system chose a hard rule. Female succession was never allowed. With the obvious and incredibly rare exception of Wu Zetian, the only woman to be the outright empress in 3,500 years of written Chinese history, not as a discrimination alone, but as structural protection. Part 5. Stability versus flexibility. This leads to the real contrast. China prioritized long-term stability. Europe prioritized short-term flexibility. China attempted to prevent succession crises by refusing exceptions. Europe tried to resolve crises by making exceptions. Neither approach was morally superior. They simply managed the risk differently. So when we ask why China had no empresses while Europe had queens, the answer isn't progress versus backwardness. It's prevention versus adaptation. China built a system that avoided the problem entirely. Europe built systems that survived by bending when the problem appeared.